Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Wednesday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Today we are in week 15 of the regular season for our Madden NFL 22 creative player franchise, and we are in the Cameron Bryant series. So the Chicago Bears are at home in Soldier Field, battling off against the 7-6 Minnesota Vikings, who are in the playoff picture. Actually, not anymore, but we are still the number one seed in the NFC. So our projected opponent for the Super Bowl, if we make it, will be the Kansas City Chiefs. So they were at the 7th spot, now they're at the 4th spot. So that's going to be an interesting Super Bowl, but I'd like to see our opponents in the NFC playoffs. So I'd like to see another Vikings-Bears at Soldier Field, though, but who knows. So we'll show you the uniforms. We'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, so the Minnesota Vikings are going to be wearing their white away jerseys on the road with their purple away pants, purple current socks, and white with purple shoes. And meanwhile, for the Chicago Bears, they're going to be wearing their current alternate jerseys. They're going to be wearing their orange jerseys at home with the white pants, striped socks, and white with orange shoes. So I think this will be the final time in this regular season that we'll be wearing these. But in future episodes against the Vikings and Lions at home, we'll probably wear orange mainly against the Detroit Lions, but we will have an off and on orange jersey matchup versus the Vikings. So we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
It is going to be a frigid game in Chicago. So now the Chicago Bears are ready to kick this one off at Soldier Field against the their NFC North rival Minnesota Vikings. So the Vikings are going to return this one, and they get stopped down at the 33, but this is a first down and 10. So Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, they step onto the field for the first time on offense. So this Vikings offense, they want to really get back into this playoff picture. And like I had said just a minute or two ago, we want to at least face them in the playoffs. So if we would face against the Vikings in the playoffs, it would more likely be in Soldier Field. Second down and 11 now for the Minnesota Vikings. So the Vikings, they throw this pass out. It is going to be, in fact, a first down, a 23-yard pass by Kirk Cousins. So first and 10 for the Vikings. So they're down at the 45. So 4 minutes and 3 seconds left. They are going to get sacked on this play by LaMarcus Joyner. So that is a loss of 6 yards on that play for the Vikings offense. So 2nd and 16 from the 49-yard line. They step back to pass, and that is that nearly would have been an interception, but it still stands as it's incomplete. But this is 3rd down and 16 for the Vikings offense. So Minnesota, they're stepping back, and they do not get the first down. So this will result in a 4th and 16. All right, 4th down and 16 for the Minnesota Vikings. Chicago is ready to return the punt, but we are not going to return this for very much because we are way back in the backfield. So actually, on second thought, we could be able to return this one all the way straight into the end zone for a Chicago Bears touchdown. So Tariq Cohen gets that one, and it is his second punt return TD on the year. So it's now going to be 7-0 Bears at home. So that is a nice way to get your first touchdown of the game. So I honestly thought that we were not going to make it this far, but I evidently was wrong. So it is 7-0 Bears. All right, 4th down and 16. Tariq Cohen is ready to return another punt for the Chicago Bears. And we are going to return it with Cohen. And we evidently do get stopped down at the 44-yard line. So this will be our first time on offense in this whole game. So Justin Fields stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode for the Chicago Bears. They're going to hand this one off to Cameron Bryant. And Cameron Bryant, he gets stopped at the 49. That is only a 7-yard gain, by the way. 15 carries, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns over the win over the Packers last episode in Lambeau Field. We had played them earlier in the season, and we won at home in Soldier Field. So we're going to use a halfback slip screen pass play on 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. We're going to throw this one out to Allen Robinson, and we do get stopped down at the 3. That is a 40-yard reception there, and Allen Robinson now has 1,250 receiving yards on the season. So we're going to hand this one off to Cameron Bryant, and he gets a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. This will be his 31st rushing touchdown on the year, so it's now going to be 14-0 Chicago, and we'll see you guys in the second quarter. We are about to begin the second quarter, so I have decided that we are just going to do a quick slants route with Andy Dalton, and Justin Fields was injured, so I don't know if he's going to return for the remainder of the episode or not, but we're just going to run it until Cameron Bryant gets a touchdown. So we're using the 26 duo run play on 2nd and goal. So this Chicago Bears team, they are looking their ways to get their 3rd touchdown of the game. He has a hamstring tear, it appears, and I do not think he's going to return for the remainder of the episode, and he does not. So Andy Dalton's going to be our quarterback for the remainder of this episode. So we're going to throw this pass, and that is incomplete. But Dalvin Tomlinson appears to be down and hurt for the Vikings defense. So 4th and goal for Chicago. They're going to step back, and if we don't get it, and we actually get a touchdown on this play with Antonio Brown, so it's now 21-0 Chicago. All right, 1st down and 10. Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings, they step back to pass, throws it, but it's incomplete. So this will be a 2nd down and 10. So we're blitzing here on the defense with 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the first half. And they are going to step back to pass. So they actually do get a 1st down, actually 3rd and 8. They do get a reception, what I was about to say, but 3rd and 8. So this Vikings team, they do not look very consistent from the looks of it, but now it is LaMarcus Joyner that makes that fumble recovery. So it is now a 1st down and 10. So this Chicago Bears team, they're looking very elite in this episode. So we're going to use the 4 verticals pass play. And the Vikings had just gotten their 2nd turnover of the game. So we're going to throw this one out to Allen Robinson. But that turns out to be incomplete. But this is 2nd down and 10. So Andy Dalton, former Dallas Cowboys and Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, throwing that pass. And he's not off to a good start. Only 1 for 5 with 3 yards in all. So I don't know what to do with Andy Dalton. I mean, Justin Fields, he's out for the remainder of the game with that broken hamstring. So this will result in a 4th down situation. So we're going to have to fake punt. And we got Pat O'Donnell. He's ready to Step back to pass, and it looks like we're going to throw this one out to Markel Christian. And Markel Christian gets a fake punt for a touchdown. So that was a nice reception there. So they faked the punt either way, and he just threw that football, and he just instantly got a touchdown on that play. So congrats to Marquis Christian for that touchdown. It is going to be 29-0 Chicago. Alright, so it's now 27-0. Unfortunately, we did not make a 2-point conversion successful. But Cameron Bryant, 7 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown. So we're going to use his own weak formation run play. So we're going to hand this one off to Cameron Bryant, and he's still on his feet no matter what. And he gets the touchdown for the Chicago Bears. And that is his second touchdown of the game. And it's now 34-0 Bears. Alright, 1st down and 10. So the Vikings, they are going to throw this pass. This is intended for Adam Thielen, but that turns out to be incomplete. So we're going to use some man coverage here on 2nd down and 10. So the Vikings offense appears that they are going to throw this pass. It is another incompletion, 5 for 13 and 44 yards for Kirk Cousins. So he's not doing the best in the first half, but he gets sacked on this play. But we make a nice fumble recovery with Robert Quinn. So that's a 1st down and 10 with 1:19 to go. And we are just simply going to run this one with Cameron Bryant. So the Vikings now have their 3rd turnover of the game here in Chicago. So we're going to use a juke move on that. And we do, in fact, get a 1st down. So 9 carries, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Cameron Bryant on the day, rushing-wise. So not bad by him. So this is a 1st and goal, rather. And we're going to throw this one out to Allen Robinson. And we do, in fact, get a touchdown. And this is now going to be 41-0. Alright, so the first half is over here in Chicago. Bears are up 41-0. And Tariq Cohen is ready to return this kickoff for the Chicago Bears. And he does evidently get stopped at the 38-yard line. So this is in fact going to be a 1st down and 10. So we're going to go to the weak formation, change up the plays a little bit, put in Tariq Cohen, and then we'll maybe put in Cameron Bryant as our wide receiver. So we're going to use a PA flood pass play on a 1st down and 10 from the 38-yard line. So we're going to throw this one out to Allen Robinson, and that is in fact a 1st down and 10. So this Vikings team has only allowed 258 yards defensively. So we're going to step back to pass. We're going to throw this one out to Cameron Bryant, but that is not a completed pass, by the way. So 2nd and 10. I know Andy Dalton's only at a 69 overall, but it's going to take him some time to improve it up to at least an 81, because we really haven't used him a whole lot this season. Only for like injury backups or any of that. So Justin Fields, he's an elite player, coming to think of it. And on 1st down and 10 from the 28, we step back to pass. We're going to throw this one out to Cameron Bryant. He does claim that reception though, but does he actually get the touchdown for it? No, he does not. 2nd down and 10, his feet were touching the white paint. So if they touch the white paint, that's not a touchdown. It means it's out of bounds. So a 3rd down and 10 now for the Chicago Bears. Andy Dalton stepping back. He's going to throw this one out to Cameron Bryant. That is an incompletion, but this is going to result in a 4th down and 10. I don't want to do another field goal opportunity, but I'm just afraid that we're going to miss that field goal, so we're going to throw this pass out to Cameron Bryant. That is, in fact, a Chicago Bears touchdown, his 1st receiving TD of the game, so it's now going to be 47-0 Bears. We'll see you guys when we're on defense. It is now 49-0. We actually made a 2-point conversion there, so they're going to throw this pass. And that is going to be a hit stick fumble by the Chicago Bears defense. But Jalen Johnson makes that fumble recovery, so this will be another turnover for the Vikings. And I'm guessing this will probably be the 5th one of the game. And honestly, we're just going uphill, really. We are definitely going to be that team that will be playoff material and will be Super Bowl material. But without Justin Fields, we'll accomplish what we need to get to. So, 2nd down and 3, 6 for 15. So Andy Dalton throws that pass. It is now 1,000 yards this season for Antonio Brown as our receiving core. So Andy Dalton stepping back to pass, thinking about throwing this one out to AB. That is in fact a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. It is in fact 56-0. We'll see you guys when we're on defense. Actually, we're actually going to take a break. All right, so 1st and goal for the Minnesota Vikings. They're down at the 5. They are just aiming their way to get their first touchdown of the game, but they are not quite going to get their first touchdown. But they do get sacked, but Roquan Smith makes the nice sack defensively. Chicago with 5 sacks defensively. They are on the money right now. This is what I'm literally talking about. Just stopping the offense and maintaining good ball possessions. But 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line. So I'm thinking that Minnesota will throw the pass, and they are gonna. But they get sacked on this play. So Robert Quinn makes that fumble recovery. And this will be the 6th turnover of the game for the Minnesota Vikings. So the Chicago Bears are dominating at Soldier Field, and it appears that Patrick Peterson was going to claim that INT, but it was too late in one end of the spectrum. 2nd down and 10. Andy Dalton stepping back, going to fire this one. Way too high, though, I'd have to say, but 140 yards, so 3rd down and 10 now. Andy Dalton stepping back. Where's he going to throw this direction to? He does not want to get sacked, but he throws this one out to Antonio Brown, so that is in fact going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bears. So we're going to take a break here. All right, 2nd down and 20 for the Minnesota Vikings. They're way down at the 4-yard line, and they're going to throw this pass. It is going to be a 3rd down and 13. So the Chicago Bears team is very explosive. So Justin Jefferson did claim his first reception of the game. We didn't hear of him all game long, though. But we nearly should have got that interception. But it is 4th down and 13 anyway. So 4th and 13, Tariq Cohen ready to return a punt. That was the very first play of this game, honestly. It was so awesome to see a punt return for a touchdown. And we're just going to return it with Tariq Cohen. So uses that juke move, gets stopped down at the 48. So this is likely to be the final play of the game. So we're going to hand this one off to Tariq Cohen. And that is a touchdown for the Bears. So we're going to go over statistics right now. Andy Dalton, 122.4 passer rating, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns on the day. He was the hero for the game for the Chicago Bears because Justin Fields, he got injured while running the ball. So Cameron Bryant, 2 touchdowns on the day for him. Tariq Cohen had 1 rushing touchdown. And Antonio Brown with 2 touchdowns. Marquis Christian with a receiving fake punt touchdown. Allen Robinson and Cameron Bryant also scoring touchdowns for the offense. So sacks-wise, Roquan Smith with 3, LaMarcus Joyner with 3, Jamie Collins with 1 sack and all. There were no INTs. but there were no defensive touchdowns. But let's go to the punt return. Tariq Cohen had a 102 punt return yard touchdown to begin the game. Well, in the middle of the game, as I should say. But it was the first touchdown of the game for the Chicago Bears. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next episode.